Absolutely, certainly.
Let me talk about very quickly one of the aspects of job creation and the issue as it relates to pay equity for women. As I remember it, the numbers are really staggering. When you look at women, they make, I think it's maybe 70-some cents on the dollar. African-American women, a lot less, maybe 60-some cents on the dollar. Latinas, even less than that. And I think it's very important that as we talk about jobs and job creation, we have to really first applaud the President for signing the Lilly Ledbetter bill. And secondly, in each and every initiative that we take here in the House, make sure that we look at the bills in terms of the type of equity and justice it brings to women. Because women have a long way to go in our society. We've made tremendous gains. But when you look at these moral gaps in terms of wages, we have to understand that we do need to take, and some don't want to say affirmative action, but I consider affirmative action a very democratic policy, and so we do need to take affirmative action to make sure that these disparities in wages as it relates to women are closed, and closed very quickly as we create these new jobs in the industries of the future.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would say that there are so many things we need to be addressing. I mean, certainly what I have found in my home district is that as you look at what is happening with women and children, it is really appalling. Right now, the fastest growing group of children in schools today are homeless children. So that means that their parents are homeless. And more times than not, it's just their mother. So these are people who most times don't have jobs, don't have the ability to take care of their children. And we have to do what we have to do as a government. We have to make sure that we provide. And so I'm really so very happy that in the Recovery and Reinvestment Act, we put significant money in there for shelters, for homeless, for meals for children, for many things that I think are going to make their lives better. Food stamps. I mean, we've done what we think we needed to do to at least get them back moving in the right direction. So I think you're right. As we look at where women are today, not just in equal pay, not just in benefits, but in how we live as people in this society, I think it's very, very important that we focus on where women are going in this society. And I know that because of your leadership, that is one of the things the CBC has been looking at. So I thank you again for all that you do to make sure that women get equal treatment, that women have the ability to raise their children in a positive and safe place. Because if we hadn't done some of the things that we've done with this recovery package, where would they be? I mean, certainly you may be poor, but you still deserve a decent place to live. You still deserve to be able to feed your children and send your kids to school in a safe environment. So again, I thank you just for the kind of leadership that you have given to us that makes us really take a look at what is happening in our communities.
Well, I thank the gentlelady for her comments, and just wanted to say we have to, look at what is taking place with everyone in our country during this economic downturn. And many have said, why would we do some of the things we did in the economic recovery package, such as many of the initiatives which you spoke of? Well, how could we not do it? Otherwise, we would leave millions behind once again. And so that it was a mandate that we had to do. Another area that you helped us so brilliantly on was the involvement of and ensuring the involvement of minority and women-owned businesses in the economic recovery package. Oftentimes, as difficult as it is when you lose a job and are unemployed, new opportunities open up. Small entrepreneurs now have the opportunity those with creative ideas, to establish small businesses. And we put, I believe it was $35 million in a microloan program, so that small entrepreneurs, people who have been unemployed, who want to start a business, who want to start whatever type of a business, can go to the SBA now and apply for a loan without having to go through all of the rigmarole, that oftentimes businesses have to go through. And now people who have been recently unemployed can have the opportunity to actually establish a small business so that they can take care of themselves and their families during this very difficult time. We also made sure that we put some very strong language in terms of the involvement of minority and women-owned businesses in all of the federal funding that was coming through the agencies in our package. For example, the Department of Transportation and the infrastructure money. Well, and I'm saying this loud and clear now to everyone in this country in terms of minority and women-owned businesses, that money that will be coming to these states, you have to make sure that you involve your minority and women-owned companies in contracts and some contracts in this construction money, in this infrastructure money, because it's all well and good to be able to hire people for the jobs, but there are many who have the skills and the businesses who want to participate in the economic vitality of our country through the business route. And so it's very important that our small and minority and women-owned businesses are allowed to create the jobs themselves. And so that's a federal requirement. Hopefully states are complying with the law, but if they're not, we definitely have an oversight process that's going to be looking at this. And so I'll happily yield back now to my colleague from Ohio.
Thank you.